Hi Taurus, happy June. I hope you are doing well. Okay. I feel a power struggle in here right off the bat. And when I started to throw your cards, my head is now throbbing. So I think that you are doing yourself in. Okay, I think you're worrying. I think you're trying to control something. I think you're trying to see the outcome in something instead of trying to be in the journey, learning the little nuggets along the way. Okay, I think there's a few different things going on here. For some of you, I think you're dealing with maybe a family member who's just not you're just not on the same page with, okay? Or someone is acting childish, one of the two. I think, too, you're really being asked to, basically your message is, this is going to turn out in a way that is really based on how open are you to change. You know what I mean? Seeing other people's points of view, trying to control a situation. I think there's something going on here with two people or multiple people, but I think that it's a power struggle as far as in trying to prove your point. I think if you're looking for resolution with this person, it's more about being open to change. I think there's some things that are not out on the table yet as far as this, whatever this quandary is that is at the base of this. I think there are some unknown facets here. So it's like people trying to fight to get their point across, and it's kind of like the scenario in here, and I'm just going to use this as an example, and you can apply it to how it fits for you. But it's like the parent who's trying to, you know, say something to the ungrateful child. You know what I mean? Like, I've sacrificed all of this for you kids and blah, blah, blah. You know, that was not in a disrespectful way. That's not at all what I meant. But it's kind of a scenario like that where you're trying to defend something. You know, it would be like a child was complaining that the parent was never home, but the parent had to work. You know what I mean? So it's like it's being thrown in their face now or something like that. You're not seeing eye to eye with whoever this is. I think it's a family member. It's got to be a family member. I don't feel it's a friend because there's too much tit for tat in here. And I think that if you want to find some harmony here, you're going to need to release control. And it could be an estranged relationship too with a family member where you just haven't seen eye to eye on things and you haven't seen each other in a very long time. The opportunity is here to fix that, but it's going to come in the way that how open are you to change? You know what I mean? I think the dynamic of the relationship will not be as you remembered it. I think it's going to be different. But I think that if you want this to come around, you're going to have to be open to not trying to prove your point that you're right. Just be open to the fact that it's a two-way dialogue here. And be present in this, because I think what's happening here too is there's distraction. Now that's one scenario here. The other is this is a work arena, and I think you are, I think you're paying attention more. You're missing details here. You're missing details where accidents could actually get in the mix here. These could actually be driving accidents too. So you're preoccupied here. That's what I want to say is what I'm really feeling in this. And you're not seeing the opportunities for what they are, whatever that is to you. You're being asked to just allow things to happen here. I said, like I said, secrets, meaning things are just not as they appear. There's missing links to this. Someone may have had a falling out with you, and all this time you're thinking it's one thing, but in fact, they floor you with something else. Like it was never what you really thought it was about. You just don't see it coming yet. That's why I'm saying pace yourself here. be in this, let it unfold how it's going to unfold, and realize that relationships take time. This, like I said, if this isn't a strange relationship, it's going to take time step by step to grow. It's not going to be something, even if this is your child and it's in a strange situation like an adult child, let this unfold because the dynamic is going to be different now. Okay, so be open to that. Don't lose hope in that. But try to see ahead here, but be present where you're at. I hope I explained that correctly. Okay. Now, we come in with the energy of the Four of Cups. I'm sorry, the Four of Coins. We've got the Nine of Wands, the Star card, and the Two of Coins. Your advice card in here is the Four of Cups. That's the gift. That's the offering. That, I think, is someone maybe the conversation, you know. But again, how open are you to change? Because what works against you is the Ten of Wands. And that could be you not really wanting to hear it. You not kind of being checked out. I'll go back to that, but it's the card that's the hindrance here. It's not exactly working for you. And you come in with the Nine of Wands, and that card is the Ten of Wands. You've got the Fool card, which works for you, new beginnings, right? But it's you want to look at your there's behavior patterns in here. Again, it could have been, you know, it's maybe conflict resolution. It could be something like that too. But the Fool card is sandwiched between the Ten of Wands and the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands, again, is you've got to build something here step by step. You know what I mean? Inch by inch, year by year, you know, and the Fool is in between there. So it's you've got to look at your part in this. Are you trying to rush something? Because that Ten of Wands is wanting more. I want this done and I want it done now. You know what I mean? The Seven is saying, whoa, you've got to slow down here and pace yourself because you're missing stuff. Right? And the Two of Coins there, what I feel with that card, that's always a juggling act. That's always way too many balls in the air. You could be preoccupied with something and you're not paying attention, which, like I say, you could get yourself in an accident here. So try to focus on what you're doing. For others of you, let's see here. There's a bunch of stuff came through here. And like I said, my head is throbbing now. So let's see what you're doing to yourself here. I think you're doing this to yourself, in all honesty. Let's see here. Again, I think that with that Two of Coins, I think that could actually be a move, but so could the Four. But I think that now you've got two fours in here. You've got the Four of Cups and the Four of Coins. You're looking for stability, right? You're looking for a level playing field here. The Four of Cups, though, is you've got to know who you are in all of this. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the message of that card, too, that works for you. It's, you know, it's new things in life. It's being open to new things. When the music changes, so does the dance, right? How bad do you want this reconciliation with this person? Because it's most likely going to be a brand new dynamic. So how open to that are you? Or are you trying to just, you know, rehash something from the past that's not going to serve anything? So if you're trying to be right in a situation, this is going to go very wrong for you. All right. Now, for others of you, what I think that Four of Coins is, this is about, I think you need to assess the things that are really of value to you. You know, it could be too where you're not merging so well with someone else. It could be that, like I say, there's the dynamic of the me and the we. You know what I mean? It could be you not wanting to share your possessions for whatever reason. You may have very valid reasons for this, but I think you need to know your limits with that. The Nine of Wands. I think you're going to need to pay attention to details there with that. Again, I feel you're very preoccupied here. You're looking for stability, like I said, long-lasting stability. You're going to need to pay attention to what that is to you. You know what I mean? Because that's what the Nine of Wands is. It's knowing that life isn't always easy, but you know the things to do in that card to make it not harder. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. But what works against you is that 10. So I think this may take a bit to adjust, and that's fine, right? But the Star card tells you that, you know, the Star card too is a card of reconciliation. So if you're on the outs with someone, it may absolutely come back together. You may balance the forces there in that Two of Coins. But with that 10, like I say, just know your limits. Let's see here. All right, the 10 of Wands. This, I feel, is a workaholic card. Just tone it back a little bit, balance your life a little bit. I think you need to include more boxes in your life. I think that what are the things of real value to you, and then pair it back to those things and do some more exciting things. I feel you absolutely need some excitement in here for sure. I think it's very mechanical. I feel very mechanical in here. And very stressful. And the thing is, the cards themselves are not their life cards. And I think what's causing the real big problem here is how you're willing or not willing to handle change, right? How do you go with that? Or, you know, do you buck the system and more try to ride the card of I'm right? Or, you know what I mean? You have to ask yourself, what is more valuable to you? This relationship, this job, this career, the things you value, security, your sanity, right? Or, you know, trying to stronghold everything. I can tell you, if stability is what you're looking for, and it is, let things come to you, because what happens is you find greater stability in things that you allow in. When you're strongholding it, that energy is going to keep things out, and it's going to suffocate the things you're trying to hang on to. So try to just breathe a little bit, be open, and let things unfold how they need to. The Seven of Wands too is being committed to something. You know, I really think with that card, it's a destiny card. Whenever a 7 comes up, it's going to show you some kind of crisis point where you need to take a higher road on something. You know what I mean? So try to take the higher approach to something here. That's what I've got, guys. I think there's a few things going on for you. I think that you have some changes coming up for you, but I think that you're not real comfortable with it. You know what I mean? I think you want it, but I think the process you're just not real comfortable with. I think it comes at you, though, oddly, and I don't see that in the cards, but I feel it comes at you out of left field. I think that's what I'm saying. I think that if you're open to something and you sit back, it comes at you quicker and in a direction that you're not anticipating. So let it come to you. Don't miss details either. Again, like I say, I think your focus is worrying about things in the wrong place, and you're missing the details that are right in front of you with something. So there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. If you need a private reading, we can look at this further, but this is resistance to something, or it's anticipating an argument where, you know, it's not about that. How bad do you want this, you know, relationship, this reconciliation? How bad do you want it? Or is it more important for you to prove your point in something here? Okay, there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. If you want a private reading, we can look at this a little bit further. The Star card is a great card, guys, to have in here. It's a card, though, that tells you you've got to have faith in yourself, know who you are, and that's what the Four of Cups is, too. You know, when you're on solid ground, nothing can really shake you, and that's security. That is security. You know, you're not going to find it externally, and that's when things left field come at you out of the blue that you can't even imagine. So there you go. Okay, I hope I helped you in some way. Happy June, Taurus.